hate America, don't you? You hate freedom. All those men that are missing, all those MIAs.
Sir, turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Now watch my arm, watch my arm! Watch my arm, watch my arm! Watch my arm! Don't, I got a broken shoulder, I've got a bad...
That looks like fun. Want some more?
Sir, this is your last warning. Get on your knees right now. Sir, this is your last warning. Sir, this is your last warning.
What is going on?
Disobey. That disobey shirt is so old. Then there was this.
I never got an order from him. No, I'm not shutting up. You cannot shut me up. That's not the way this works. You cannot shut anyone up. You cannot stop them from dancing. You cannot stop them from kissing. You cannot stop them from doing things that come natural to people. We did absolutely nothing wrong. That sergeant told me nothing. He said nothing to me. That's wrong. You are being violently wrong. Telling me to shut up and I can't kiss my girlfriend inside this building.
My goodness. Anyway, where else have we seen this crackpot from Code Pink? Take a look.
Call it Blackwater, call it Z. Eric Prince is the prince of the company. They killed innocent people in Iraq, so they changed the name and came right on back.
Clearly, this woman has a gift. All right, John. Should they be allowed to dance? You like to cut a rug, I've heard.
I think they should be allowed to be body slammed and arrested. I mean, it's a Jefferson Memorial, for God's sakes. You can dance anywhere else. Go dance somewhere else. We have rules. No dancing in the Jefferson Memorial. How's that?
That's the point. And this is the thing that really bugs me is how the woman from Code Pink acts as though she's surprised she's being arrested. That's what she was there for, Paul.
Right,
she was there to demonstrate.
Right, yeah.
When they said, what is demonstrate? That's what they were doing. But let me ask you, were the park police too aggressive?
Well, first of all, they're dressed as bicycle guys. That's a little tough to be intimidated by them. but you know, the other side of this is, you know, the argument is that there's a right to tranquil relaxation at the Jefferson Memorial, but nobody goes there for tranquil relaxation. You go there because the line at the Smithsonian is too long, and you don't want to spend an hour waiting to see Fonzie's jacket. Let's be honest.
That is true.
So I feel like if you're going to do it there, you got to do it everywhere. The problem is that this seems too specific to this particular site. Like, why not all the sites that you can have any public demonstration of any kind? That's the problem that I have with this.
Kaylee, what do you think? You know, you can't start screaming in a public library. But if the government owns the property and we own the government, should they be throwing us around like that?
No,
even if they're losers like that?
They clearly acted a little aggressive, but to the protesters, if you're going to protest something, let's protest something meaningful. We've got double-digit unemployment. We've got a war in Libya. But really, should we have expected anything more from Code Pink, the same organization that wants to befriend Iran, that wanted to arrest Karl Rove at his book signing?
Expect them to be a little smarter about what they're protesting.
But they have a history of not being smart about it.
No, I know they do. I mean, I hate to sound like the voice of Dick Cheney here, but it slammed them around.
Yes.
Believe me, it's the weirdest. I think there are two kinds of people in the world: the people that sympathize with the bicycle cops and the people that sympathize with those protesters. I don't think there's anybody here that actually sympathizes with the protesters.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think you know they're there for a reason, Bill.
I sympathize with whoever wrote that story because we were going to call the Anthony Weiner story Code Pink, and then we had to follow with this one.
Yes,
Greg.
exactly.
It is a waste of some wordage.
I got to say that if you look at a thing like that, you go, oh, are the cops acting aggressively? They look like they don't want to do what they're doing, but they have to do it. Those are the people that I would rather drink a beer with than that crazy lady and her stupid husband or boyfriend, whoever he is. I look at that and I go, who would I rather be around?
Yeah.
And that answers your question, right?
They're looking like that, not because of the protesters or what's going on, but because they're wearing a little helmet and some tiny shorts.
Yeah,
they are not pleased with
I'll tell you, in that weather, you're glad you're wearing those tiny shorts.
Or nothing at all.
Yeah, exactly. All right, coming up, what's it like to be sexier than God? John Gibson discusses his new memoir, Sexier Than God. But first, are those illegals running over the border? Sorry, I meant, are those undocumented recipients of the DREAM Act gallivanting over the magical country boundary? Are the Dems trying to make it evil to say the word illegal? Well, activists are insisting that this horrid phrase be removed from the political lexicon and replaced with the amorphous undocumented immigrants. Take chairwoman of the Democratic National Committee, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, no relation, who denounced Republicans last week for believing illegal immigration, quote, should in fact be a crime. I know. Anyway, hear it for yourself. It's kind of cute.
His position, Democrats' position, is that we need comprehensive immigration reform. We have 12 million undocumented immigrants in this country that are part of the backbone of our economy, and that is not only a reality but a necessity, and that it would be harmful if the Republican solutions that I've seen in the last few years is that we should just pack them all up and ship them back to their own countries, and in fact that it should be a crime.
Yes, the backbone of an economy they're not paying taxes in. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Referring to an illegal border crosser as an undocumented one is like saying a turtle is actually a hamster.
You did say that.
Now I question everything. A turtle acting like a hamster? The world has gone crazy, Kaylee. Why the need? Why is it so important to change illegal to undocumented? What's the strategy?
Well, we see it from all of the Democrats. We see it with Janet Napolitano, who also insisted illegal immigration wasn't a crime. It's their political ploy. They'll say what they need to get the Latino vote. And quite frankly, it is a crime. We can see that Section 8, Title 1253, it is a crime. But yet they insist on not calling it one. They want the watered-down phraseology because it helps them get votes. And at the end of the day, that's what it boils down to.
Paul, try to refrain from a racist joke and tell me the solution to illegal immigration.
Why would you assume that I'm going to do that? Are you Mexican, by the way?
Am I 1/16th? I can't remember.
Look, this is ridiculous. You know, changing the name of something to make it to soften it, make it sound better, it doesn't work, okay? When the Montreal Expos became the Washington Nationals, they didn't suck less, okay?
Yes.
When The Rock changed his name to Dwayne Johnson, he didn't become a better actor, okay? The problem is still a problem.
That is true. You should have stuck with The Rock.
Don't discourage her from this sort of thing. She is a gift that keeps on giving to conservatives. She's the one who said Republicans didn't want to revive the auto industry. They wanted us all driving Japanese cars. She does drive a Japanese car. She said a Republican Medicare plan is literally a death sentence for nation's seniors, literally meaning somehow Republicans are going to go out and kill them. The more she says things like this, the better you and I are.
Yeah.
Because it gives us something to do at night.
Yeah, she makes me look slightly smarter than I am, which is quite a feat. Bill, with the influx of hard-working, undocumented workers in New York City, do you worry that I might replace you with a cheaper, perhaps more quieter co-host?
This is why I continue to work on the tan, and I will not let it dissuade me. I will say this, even though we're going through a trial separation, I don't think any one of you here is more allowed to speak of my wife, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, than me. And I am very proud of my honey bunny because she is sticking to her activist guts despite the fact that all of my 3 illegitimate daughters came from illegal immigrants. And yet she's sticking with this, Greg.
You know, I find that a beautiful story.
She is an amazing person. I'm talking about Guadalupe, not Debbie.
Yes.
Why does this surprise anybody, though? She's the head of the National Committee. If she came out and said the Republican platform was a good thing, which she'd be Joe Lieberman. Like, it doesn't make any sense,
Yes,
right?
that is true. It's something we've come to expect, or we have to expect. What am I saying? I'm saying it's time to take a break. If you have a comment on the show, email us. It's redeye@foxnews.com. To leave a voicemail, my direct line, 212-462-5050. Still to come, the halftime report from none other than Joe DeVito. A great guy, don't you think?
I'm ambivalent.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tonight's halftime report is sponsored by Cheese Rolling, that contest where competitors chase a wheel of cheese down a steep hill, with the first person over the finish line winning the cheese. Thanks, Cheese Rolling.
Welcome back. Let's find out if we've got anything wrong so far. For that, we go to Joe DeVito. Hey, Joe, how's it going?
Good, good.
Lot of stuff?
Oh, yeah. You guys were pretty good tonight. I give you solid C's across the board.
Aww.
Much better than that. A couple questions, though. Paul, you're someone who has been heckled in front of 45,000 people.
Yes.
And I'm curious, when would you have bailed on that bit that he was trying to pull over on the press?
I would have just said, is my phone ringing? And I would have run away. I just would have run away.
Would you have acted like you were getting a picture on your phone?
Yeah. I would have, and then I would have put it down my pants.
Kaylee, you mentioned that he was working on the cybersecurity bill. Do you know if that bill actually prevents you from, does it block outgoing penis pictures that you might send?
That I do not know. I do know it didn't pass, but no, the particularities of the bill, and there was certainly no none of the former in there.
Okay.
Almost got her to say penis.
Wow. I couldn't bring myself to it. I'm sorry.
You were close.
I'm going to trick you into that. Now, Bill, you're someone who's been repeatedly blocked from all sorts of networking sites. Do you have any advice for Wiener on how to control himself in his picture taking?
Oh, I always have advice for Wiener, my friend. And in this case, I would say he can't admit it now. I mean, he's got to stick with the lie. I don't know what he's going to do. His career, he's not going to go upwards, I will say that.
Yeah.
Well, he won't.
Well, do you think he has the option of...
Sorry.
Do you think he has the option of saying someone else sent a picture of his penis?
Yes, that could work.
Yeah.
Like a fun little prank his wife pulled on the girl he was flirting with in Seattle.
I think you do a big
options
deflection.
are not good.
Do a big deflection and say you have a cocaine problem.
Ah, nicely done. Substance abuse.
Absolutely. And then go into rehab for excessive picturing and sending.
That always, it's true, because people are more sympathetic to people with substance abuse than being pervs.
Remember Pat O'Brien made those creepy, and then he said he just had and then suddenly he came out 2 weeks later and he was fine and having Mai Tais again. That's what you do.
Although I hate to say it, did you see the size of that bulge? That man does not have a cocaine problem.
Mine looks like a little bald eagle in a nest.
All right. You know, I kind of said before the show that we try to stay away from that kind of humor. We lasted all of 15 minutes.
We did it through A Block.
Yeah, we did it through. We were clean through A Block, and then it all fell apart.
Yeah. And by the way, Paul, the Viagra emails you're sending out, that's a pretty good price. So I would like to thank you.
I'm glad you and your girlfriend are enjoying it.
We're having a wonderful time.
Oddly enough, he doesn't have a girlfriend, which is strange. I mean, what's the use of Viagra? Oh, never mind.
And Greg, also, you seem to have that lonely in the hotel room speech ready to go. It seemed like it was tip of the tongue.
A man who has traveled a lot knows what lurks in the deep, dark recesses of your mind when there's nothing on TV but, you know, a rerun of Hee Haw, staring quietly at those cutoffs.
Yeah. We've all been there,
creepy.
Greg.
Yes.
We've all been there at the Holiday Inn in Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey.
Yes.
Okay. The dancing at the Jefferson Memorial. Kaylee, what protest do you think is best done by dancing?
I would prefer no protesting by dancing. I would prefer Weather Underground style. No, not quite. I'm writing a piece on that, so that's why I threw that out there. But no dancing, please.
Okay.
This is not a time for your plugs.
Greg, my question for you is when does it become dancing? I mean, that was one thing I noticed from watching the video was that is it just sort of moving about, or is it just there was no music? So how do you say when just moving or holding on to someone becomes dancing?
You know, I think anytime you see somebody from Code Pink, you can assume that they're dancing, even if they're walking. And you could say that clearly was the walk, the infamous dance, the walk.
Well, they were terrible white people dancing.
Yes, they were.
That was not dancing by any definition.
I love the fact that they came there specifically to do that, and then when they were being arrested, they said, but we're in love. It's like, no, you were there to harass these poor cops. These cops don't want to touch you. They don't want to arrest you. They want to have a good day. They want to go home and see their families. They don't want to sit around with you smelly jerks. And that's what they are. They're smelly jerks.
Well, I think the Disobey T-shirt tipped you off.
Yes.
Although I don't know if you showed it later on in the video. The guy is talking about how he has a bad shoulder.
Oh, yes.
Well, don't go to a place where you're going to be handcuffed.
That's right. He was on the ground.
Shoulder.
He was on the ground asking the guy to be nice with him as well, if you know you're going to protest, you know, pick a day when you're healthy.
Yes.
I think the cop should have asked him which shoulder he wanted to be thrown on.
That would be good.
Yes, that's much more polite. Now, John, you're a white person. Watching the Code Pink video, did that make you want to get up and shake it a little bit?
Listen, I've been trying to stay out of this so far, the wiener thing and this. But let me just say, I'm on the cop's side. The body slams look good. Do it again, guys.
Wow. Okay.
He's got a gun on him, too.
He's packing. That's good to hear.
Oh, the wiener story again.
No,
that's not what that meant.
There you go.
Bill, the illegal immigrants, you mentioned your growing Hispanic heritage. Have you thought of adding a pencil-thin mustache?
I've thought of it, but it doesn't add itself.
It doesn't add itself?
It looks like my eyebrows.
We'll see if we can get you a Sharpie down in makeup. And I think that's all I have for you guys so far.
We didn't do so bad.
You did a fantastic job.
All right. Well, same here to you, whoever you are, strange man. All right. See you later at the show.